A locust scout found a god with a white halo. Leon Carte told Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith urged him on, and with ether-light grace boosting them, the Moonveil Lapin sprinted as the Locuscan swarm closed from above. They reached the target in minutes. The god wore iron armor and held a black spear. The white halo under its feet shone. "Darkshade Locust," Leon commanded. Darkshade Locust formed an Earva-bound longbow, drew with 4 arms, and fired. The god swept its spear, shattered the shot, and cut Darkshade Locust's arm. Sovereign regeneration sealed the wound. Darkshade Locust fired a storm of black arrows. The god crushed everyone with flawless spearwork. Mindfruit kept Darkshade Locust from wasting energy. The broken arrows gathered under the god's feet instead of dispersing. Darkshade Locust fused them into a shadow plane. The god stepped onto it and froze, as if bound by ropes. Mr. Smith recognized it at once. The shadow pinned the god's own silhouette, and its body couldn't move. Darkshade Locust summoned a black divine sword and thrust. The god died and dispersed into 8 bright orbs. Mr. Smith collected them. Tier I divinity shards. 8 in total. Leon tested one. Iron Vanguard Divinity. Mr. Smith tested the rest, selected the shard with Valorheart Divinity, and packed the loot. They hunted again. Locust scouts found a cluster of 13 gods, led by a blue halo god. Mr. Smith called them low grade. Leon still chose to take them. Mr. Smith opened with tracking volleys of verdant comet lance. Leon's locust heroes split into phantom sovereign manifestations, rushed in, and triggered cataclysmic storm flame detonation at close range. Explosions rolled without pause. 2 minutes later, all 13 gods were dead. Mr. Smith collected the drops. 29 Tier I shards and 1 Tier 2 shard. Leon felt the pace was slow, but Mr. Smith pushed him forward. Upgrade the tent. Summon more. Then we harvest better prey. Another report arrived. 2 Sanctum players were stalking them. Leon warned Mr. Smith quietly. In the primordial exile warfront, bandits could kill fellow players without fear of exposure. The stalkers were Cade Scarrow and Boran Poxcar. They decided to follow and fatten Leon and Mr. Smith before striking. Mr. Smith wanted to return to the tent. Leon refused and kept hunting. Soon, a locust found a purple halo god. Purple meant Tier 3. They marched for hours, killed 2 smaller groups on the way, and arrived. The purple halo god wore a purple robe and held a feather fan. Each wave of the fan launched violent wind that could instantly kill champion lifeforms. Kin corpses lay around it. Mr. Smith proposed an attrition plan. Leon rejected it. He activated Abyss Sovereign Dragon form and surged into a winged black dragon king form. Dark Infusion, Sovereign's Tarrant Aura, and Floral Fusion stacked. His strength broke past the Lord tier. Wind spheres screamed in. Leon sidestepped them. He pointed. Devourer's Dominion. Hunger slammed into the god. Its focus cracked. Leon lunged, formed a greatsword, and dropped Draconic Cataclysm Slash onto its neck. The head flew. The body dispersed into 8 Tier 3 divinity shards. The severed head lost its sustaining force and turned into another Tier 3 shard as it rolled. It landed right in front of Cade and Boran. They wanted to run. They also wanted the shard. Boran reached down. Leon's voice sounded behind them. "My loot." They spun around, shocked. They hadn't sensed him approach. Cade argued that ground loot belonged to whoever grabbed it, and stuffed the shard away. Leon stopped talking. He swung Draconic Cataclysm Slash again. Their shield artifacts failed. Both men were cut in 2. Their collected shards spilled out. Leon gathered the haul. Hunters sometimes appear as prey. You met the hunter. Mr. Smith sorted the loot. Matching Tier I shards pulled together and fused into a complete Tier I divinity. Their first. They returned to the tent with heavy gains. 9 Tier 3 shards, 16 Tier second shards, 169 Tier I shards, and 2 complete Tier I divinities. Leon wanted to sell everything to upgrade. Mr. Smith refused and entered the trading plaza. He swapped scattered shards into larger stacks, condensed them into divinities, and sold the complete divinities for far more. The tent upgraded. Space expanded. The training arena doubled to 2 square kilometers. With higher summoning limits, they pushed deeper and harvested more high-quality shards. Elsewhere, Victor King entered the warfront with Mr. Lewis, using sigils of the Exile warfront, gained after reporting to Valtherion, the ruined sovereign. Victor King stated the goal: find a Tier 3 support divinity from Miranda King. Victor King summoned Wolfrider Vanguard. Mr. Lewis summoned Dark Froglin and layered Dark Curses. They slaughtered 30 gods quickly. Then Victor King dragged Mr. Lewis deeper, ran into a strong group, and barely escaped after heavy losses. Back in camp, they upgraded and returned to hunting. During their exploration, they met Leon and Mr. Smith. Mr. Lewis burned with hatred. Victor King felt only excitement. Mr. Smith greeted them. Mr. Lewis stayed silent. Victor King spoke warmly, then cut at Leon. He mentioned the Divine River ruins. Leon denied knowing what he meant. Victor King mocked his own ruined son and let tension rise. Mr. Smith cut the exchange short and pulled Leon away. Afterward, Mr. Lewis demanded revenge. Victor King told him to wait. As long as he stays here, we'll meet again. Mr. Smith warned Leon. Victor King was an old demigod with dangerous backing and even a king-tier life form. Leaving early was safer. Leon refused. The chance was too rare. Victor King's presence became a blade over Leon's head. Leon accelerated his plan with the Tier 4 relic, Netherbrand Soul Sigil. He withdrew champions and transcendent lifeforms, kept 3 Locust Lords as guards, and filled his slots with 700,000 elite locusts, pure cannon fodder. He marched out, met wandering gods, and issued one order: detonate. Bodies and their 2 manifestations exploded together. Netherbrand Soul Sigil revived the dead as weaker soul locusts. Leon activated Soul Devourer's gaze and dragged the souls into his eyes, converting them into soul force that strengthened his spirit and advanced Defiant Oath. He repeated the cycle until Defiant Oath advanced. 2 divine arts appeared: Defiant Sovereign Blade or Defiant Twin Aether Guns. Leon chose Defiant Sovereign Blade. The knowledge flooded in. Sword form was only one form. It could absorb souls to unlock transformations, and Leon sensed it could later shift toward a scythe-like form. He tested the blade. A tree snapped with sparks, even without adding an element. With dark infusion, the cut showed no corrosion, only a mirror-smooth cross-section. A stone shattered into powder, like a crushing blow. The weapon carried dark attribute yet refused to behave like darkness. Mr. Smith kept trading and upgrading. The training arena expanded to 4 square kilometers. After more hunts and exchanges, they assembled Tempest Fury Divinity, but it fit neither of them. Mr. Smith traded it for Dawnlight Grace Divinity and fused it, raising his strength. A combat-leaning Moonveil Apane champion used his Lord template and advanced into a Lord-tier lifeform, while Leon and Mr. Smith grew stronger. Victor King reported Leon's presence to Valtherion, the ruined sovereign. Valtherion already knew the thief's identity from True God, Halcyon Vareth. Valtherion ordered a capture. True God Halcyon Vareth obtained 2 sigils of the Exile Warfront. He used secret arts to split his True God power into 2 demigod identities and enter. He gave the second sigil to Steel Demigod Couple. They came to the primordial Exile Warfront to make Leon pay for Darius Steele's death. Victor King received them. True God Halcyon Vareth gathered the group and set the goal: capture Leon. To ensure success, True God Halcyon Vareth led 4 demigods to hunt gods and strengthen themselves. Even restricted, his coordinated avatars could unleash 70% of a true god's power, crushing gods easily. The group upgraded fast, fused suitable divinities, and united around one target. One day, Leon and Mr. Smith left their tent. A bot spy reported it. The five moved at once. Steel demigod couple formed one team. Victor King and Mr. Lewis formed another. True God, Halcyon Verith moved alone. 3 teams advanced in parallel. Whoever found Leon would fire an ether beacon signal. The other 2 teams would converge. Leon would be surrounded. He would be captured alive. Steel demigod couple and Victor King's team both insisted they could seize Leon on their own. True God Halcyon Verith rejected every suggestion. He wanted no accidents. He wanted 3 nets closing at once. He insisted on a full encirclement.